thank you ladies for being here. We're at episode 2 of, we kind of revamped the name. It was What's Love. Now we're going with Girl Talk because we think it's a better idea. It's broad. We can talk about a lot of different topics. So thank you guys for being here. You could be anywhere else. You chose to be here tonight. So the way this goes and the way we play this game, basically, we're going to have some questions. We're going to time them at 10 minutes. We just want you guys to give your opinions. Talk about how you feel, what you think. Let's try to keep some order. So even if we get really excited, let's try to allow each other to speak. And from there, let's just have some fun. So first of all, I want to say that today's episode is sponsored by Jessica's Breakables. It's beautiful.
Ooh, that looks so good.
Yeah,
Can you hold it? Can you hold it up for us, just so we can get a good look,
Okay.
a nice good look? And you can check Jessica's Breakables on Instagram at Jessica's Breakables. Jessica_Breakable. Sorry about that. On Instagram. So, who would like to do the honors of breaking it?
Does anyone have like pent up aggression or anything? And they just want
Go for it.
It's all you.
It looks so cute. I want to take a picture. So
You take a picture before I destroy it?
Can I?
Yeah, carry on.
I want to take a picture. I feel like I should.
How hard is it to break? Is it hard to break?
Yeah, it needs to be powerful.
Okay.
Let's get a good
Maybe,
hit.
I mean, I don't go to the gym, so.
Go for it. Oh, okay.
Not that hard, not that hard.
Okay, so yeah, everybody take one.
Thank you.
Oh, look at you, so cute. Mine doesn't look like that.
Dear diary.
Yeah, sorry about that. So that's my doing. The other ones are my doings.
It'll do.
So don't read it out loud. Just keep it to yourself for now.
Oh, look at this. There's
candy.
candies. Yes, treats in
Little
here.
treats in there.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Treat.
Do you want a chocolate?
I'll take a Ferrero.
Okay.
Thanks.
Delicious.
All right. So I'm thinking, let's start with Kristen. We'll read out your question first, and then we will start time.
Yeah. So as everybody knows, I can't see without my glasses.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the designated reader for the evening. Do you think men respect women who give it up to them easily?
I do not think that men, for the most part, respect women who give it up easily. I think that obviously times are changing and, you know, women are a little bit more forthcoming and upfront with their sexuality. But at the same time, I think that there is always a lot to be said about, getting to know the person a little bit before you give it up to them. I think that for women, they hold the power when it comes to sex. Women can really get sex wherever they want.
Totally.
It's not that hard for us to go outside and be like, hey, can I have some dick?
Yep.
And it's pretty much everywhere. But for men, it's completely opposite. So I think that, to answer the question, yeah, I don't think that men would respect a woman if they gave it up super easy. It's also not as fun. I think that there's always a little bit of fun and a tiny bit of chase.
What do you guys think?
I'm gonna piggyback off of you, and I think that for the most part, guys will not either cherish your relationship or think that it'll go any further than just sex. If you just gave it up, he doesn't have to put any work in. It's just there. Why buy the cow if you already get to milk it, so to speak?
Yeah.
In saying that, though, I also feel that girls are way more influenced on their sexuality. I think social media has also played a factor into that. You are allowed to kind of be, a hoe, or you're allowed to kind of go and explore and have partners with who you want to. That being said, I also think it's based on the situation and the person, because you can play the front that that's what you want to do and how you can live, but at the end of the day, that's not what you want. So it really depends on the scenario that you want. But girls 100% can fuck who they want, and guys fuck who they can.
True.
Just saying.
True.
They can. What do you think?
Hashtag.
I don't know. Like, I agree with both of you, but I also think that if you're the type of man who respects women, you're going to respect them regardless
through.
if they give it up on the first date or not. So I feel like whether you give it up or not, that's not going to determine if a guy respects you.
So I'm
Like,
right
teach
here.
their own,
I'm right
you know?
here. I disagree with both of you strongly. I feel like it's about the person. If he's a man that has respect, he probably didn't have any respect for you before he wanted you to have sex with him anyways. So if that's all he wanted, and that's what he came for, whether you give it up or not, that's not necessarily going to affect what he personally thought about you to begin with. If he looked at you and wanted a particular thing from you and he gets it, I think that's what he came for. I don't think that's necessarily going to waver. What you do isn't going to influence who he is in terms of how he respects women.
I'd like to interject quickly. Should you care? So with it all being said, everything you guys are saying, like, as a woman, should you care if the guy doesn't respect you or not? If you got what you wanted out of it?
It depends. It
Yeah,
depends
it's on
on
the
what you want from
situation.
him. Like, if you want more from him, then obviously, yes, you should care. But it depends on the situation and what the woman wants.
I feel like if you go out and you find someone that's super attractive and you're like 100% I just want to fuck, cool, fuck, get it over with. But I think that if you have good intentions with an individual and you see something with that person and then you have sex and they ghost, then that's going to be like detrimental to yourself because you're going to be like, oh man, I gave it up and I should have waited. And then you have that internal battle with yourself.
Yeah.
So I really think it depends on what playing field you want to be on. Like, do you want to be like, okay, whatever, I can get dick whenever I want, or do you want that relationship? It really depends.
Yeah, it totally depends on what you're looking for.
If
For
you're
sure.
trying to build
Yeah.
something, then you care.
Do you think that, like, women actually really want the relationship, as you were saying earlier? Like, do they want the relationship? So they're thinking, like, if I do this, it could kind of help push it to the place that I want it to go, kind of? Is that what you think?
I hope nobody's that naive to think that. Like, I really hope, but I don't know.
I think
Maybe.
That's like that stupid subject. Oh, let's have a baby and it'll save our relationship.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
epic fail.
Yeah.
Like, don't have a baby and don't give it up if that's not what you want. Like, that's not going to make your life any easier.
Totally.
Make them work for it, essentially.
Yeah.
So I think you guys are all pretty much in the same agreements with that. So with that being said, I think we should move on to the next question.